starting with the meanings of economics. Just see the cursor. The word economic is an Indian thought come from the word Arthashastra. So you have to remember, if in asked in the examination, economics word come from which Indian thought? So it is come from the Indian thought Arthashastra. Now the Arthashastra derived from the Sanskrit word. So Arthashastra is a Sanskrit word where earth means what? Earth means the purpose or the goal. When you are doing something or you are doing something for the purpose, something for getting your goals, then it is considered as a earth. Okay, so Earth Shastra word is derived from the Sanskrit word where the word earth means purpose or the goal. So, in Earth Shastra in Sanskrit, the whole word means the science of benefits of purposes in practical life. Means it is a science from getting benefits for the purpose in practical life. Same way, it is about the Sanskrit word. Now, what economic word or the English word economics is derived from the Greek word. So English word economics is derived from the Greek word that is oikonomos. You have to remember this word oikonomos. This is the introduction of the chapter. English word economics which is derived from the Greek word oikonomos. Now what is oiko means? Oikos means household and monos means management. So the whole word means oikonomos means the management of the household. That means routine activity. When you are managing that, that is called as oikonomos, and it is come from the Greek word. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Now, economics in Indian thought. Then we will see the economic as per the Western thought as well. The history of Indian culture is almost 5,000 years old. Let's just understand this 5,000-year-old culture we are following, and we know that before 5,000 years these points are so much important that the reference of these points is rightly taken in standard 11's economics when we are studying the base of the economy. So how wonderful our culture is. Understand this. The four Purusharths, that means purposes of human being, what we have to do. The Purusharths in Indian philosophies are one that is Dharma, Arth, Kam and Moksha. Now, what does it mean? Dharma means the duty or righteousness. That means what is your duty towards the society. Same earth. Earth means what is the purpose, what is the benefit, what is the wealth we are going to earn from the society. Same. Calm that means desire. What you want to do, that is your desire. And moksha that means liberalization. Liberalization that means reducing the rules and regulations from the society. That is called as moksha. So dharma, artha, kam and moksha. These are four purusharths which we have to follow as per Indian philosophy. So the activities of life done for the earth, that means for the benefit of the society, they are the subject matters of economics. That means from these four different philosophies we are following earth that means what we are doing for the purpose, what is the benefit from this, and what is wealth we are creating. That is going to be discussed in this particular topic. Now, same way, when it comes to the Indian thought, who is the author, who started, who has initiated the Arthashastra? Any activity is done with the purpose of obtaining some benefit is called as economic activity. If you seen my previous lecture of accountancy, you are able to understand what is considered as an economic activity and what will be considered as a monetary activity, where anything should be in return. If anything is done for some of the purpose, then it is considered as a economic activity. Now 25 years ago, understand this, 2500 years ago, Kautilya, who was known as Chanakya, popularly known as Chanakya, he has discussed in his book Arthashastra. What he has discussed? The purpose of economic activity undertaken by a state and the society. State, that means the country. Okay, previously they were using the word state. State means the country, and by the society. Society, that means the people who are living in the society. How they can do a purpose, or how they can purposefully do the economic activities, that will be considered as a Arthashastra. How many years before he has given the concept? He has given concepts before 2500 years ago. Okay, the name of the author, that is Kautilya, popularly known as a Chanakya. According to Kautilya, the science explaining the purpose and the utility of wealth creation on earth is called as economics. What we are creating on as a wealth on the earth will be considered as a economics. That means whatever return we are generating from the society, that is also considered as a economy. Now, what development of economy in western countries there? So let's see the topic: development of economics as a science in the west. Now, Greek philosopher Aristotle, we have heard the name Aristotle the Great, gave his views of economics in the book of Oeconomia. Nomica. You have to remember this word, Oeconomica. Same way, Adam Smith. Adam Smith has written the book in the year 1776. The title of the book is An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nation. So the popularly it is, this book is known as Wealth of Nations. So he has given the concepts related with the economy in the year 1776 in his book An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations. So instead of remembering the whole name, you just remember this name, popularly known as Wealth of Nations. So who has written the book Wealth of Nations? Adam Smith has written the book Wealth of Nations. In which year he has written? He has written in the word 1776. Same way, O Economica book is written by whom? It is written by the Aristotle the Great, and he was a Greek philosopher. You have to remember this. Now, always as in many of the examination, who was called as the father of modern economy? The answer is Adam Smith. We are using Adam Smith as a father of economy. Understand this? It is done in the year 1776. That means almost 2005, 250 years ago. And we, Chanakya has given the concept 2500 years ago. So who should be called as modern father of economy? Okay, but still, as per the book, it was written the father of modern economy is Adam Smith. So we have to follow that. But everything is what we have done as per our Indian virtues are followed by each and everyone, but we are not using that. That is seamless for us. Next, let's go to the definition of economics. There are basically four authors whose definition you have to remember. We are starting with each and every one. First one, the economics is the study of the nature and causes of wealth of nations. Here, remember the word which he has used. He has given in his book Wealth of Nations in the year 1776. Adam Smith has given the concept related with the wealth of nations. Now you have to remember this definition, which was darkened in a blue color. Economics is the study of nature and causes of wealth of nations. The definition is given by Adam Smith. So what does it mean? The economic study is the exchange of physical wealth produced by the labor. Labor, that means the man, that means the person. That means human resources. So what they were doing, they were providing their physical wealth. Physical man means manpower. We are using our manpower to generate something. So that will be considered as wealth of the nations. So economic is the study of nature and causes of wealth of the nation. That definition is given by Adam Smith. Next, in his book Principles of Economics, published in the year 1819. So, who is the author? The author is Alfred Marshall. Alfred Marshall has written the book Principles of Economics in the year 1819. In that, what definition he has given for the word economics? Economics is the study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. It is the study of the mankind in the ordinary business life. That means mankind, that means what we are doing for the society, humanity. Okay, so that will be considered as an definition by which is given by the Alfred Marshall. Now what it implies? It implies that in everyday life people usually seek material well-being. Whatever the people were generating, that will be material in nature, and economics is the study for the mankind, that means for the humanity, and that will be considered in ordinary world, ordinary business of life, that will be considered as economics. In which book he has written this definition? He has written this definition in the book Principles of Economics in the year 1819. So these are the two different authors. Let's go to next one. In the year 1931, in which year? 1931, Leonard Robbins. Robbins has given the definition of in the book Nature and Significance of Economics. So Nature and Significance of Economics books is written by Leonard Robbins. So what Robbins has given the definition? Economics is the science which studies the human behavior as a relationship between ends and scare, means which have alternate uses. So what he has done previously, in previous they were also talking about the human behavior or mankind or anything. Here, the concept is given related with the ends and scare. What is called as ends and scare? That means about the scarcity. When there is a consideration or when there is a scarcity in nature, scarcity means there are less numbers of products in the market and we have to generate from that. That is called as scarcity. So, what alternatives we are using, that is considered as economy. So, this is the third definition which was given by Leonard Robbins in the year 1931 in his book Nature and Significance of Economics. You have to remember this. Now, for today's session, the last definition which was given by Paul Samuelson. Now, what he has told in his definition, the book Foundation of Economic Analysis, which was published in the year 1947, the year in which India becomes independent. Same year, he has written something. So, what is the title of the book? Foundation of Economic Analysis. Who has written that? Paul Samuelson. What he has shown or what he has told in his definition. Economics is the study of how people and society end up choosing with or without the use of money to employ the scarce productive resources. Same in the previous definition, we have seen the word scare. To employ the scarce productive resources that could have alternative uses to produce various persons in the society. It analyzes the cost and benefits for improving pattern and resources collection. Just mean we have to analyze between the cost and benefits, same way to improve the patterns of resources allocation. Whatever we resources getting, we have to improve our production. That definition is given by Paul Samuelson. So four different authors, four different years, and four different books which you have to remember. Okay, let me revise it again to you. Adam Smith in the year 1776 in the books in his book Wealth of Nation. Here, if in MCQ the definition is given from these four answers, you can give the answers from that. That wealth, if you use this word wealth, you are able to understand this book is written by Adam Smith. Second, here, Alfred Marshall in the year 1819, he has written book Principles of Economics, where he has discussed about mankind, Remember this word mankind. Next one, the Robbins has discussed in the year 1931 in his book Nature and Significance of Economics, where he has discussed or which he has made a relationship between ends and scare. He is dealing with the scarcity resources. And the last one, the fourth author, that is Paul Samuelson, he has given definition in the year 1947 in his book Foundation of Economic Analysis, where he is analyzing cost and benefits. Where he is analyzing cost and benefits. I hope you have understood everything which we have discussed. We have discussed today the meaning of economics, why the importance of economics is there in 11th standard. Same what we have, what thoughts we are following in India about economics and what we are following in Western countries. And we have seen four different definitions which is given by four different authors. So